Good day, everyone. Today, my topic is all about knowledge, skills, and the functions of the administrative office staff and manager. And this is your Professor Rodel Mendoza. So the new trend class in today's business is to increase productivity while decreasing costs. So many companies are reducing their staff. So one worker now does the work of the many as middle management is shrinking. So we're trying to promote less diversity, in the workplace, wherein one could work in a multitask way. The reason why we are hiring people with significant abilities and talents is for them to contribute significantly as well, for the company success, the mission, vision, and objectives of a certain company. And we want to reiterate that hiring employees, uh, when we hire employees, we doesn't only look in the abilities and talent, but also with the behavior and the attitude of the employees. As much as possible, they exude good behavior and functional behavior so that they could contribute positively for the improvement and development of the company. So teamwork class. So why is teamwork important in the workplace? So fostering teamwork class is creating a work culture, which values collaboration. So in a teamwork environment, people understand and believe that thinking, planning, deciding, and action are better when done cooperatively. So people recognize and even assimilate the belief that none of us is as good, as all of us. So plus, many times, I want to say that no one is an island. No man is an island. So no man can live alone. So it is important that we build ourselves together with people. We associate ourselves with communicating with other people. It's important that we socialize. We learn from others. No, we not only learn by ourselves, but we only learn from others, especially the experiences that we are gaining. No, when we collaborate with other people. No, it's important that we learn also by experience because not all knowledge would be coming from a book that we read, but also would be coming from the people around us, especially if they are giving us good examples on how to do it, good uh, values that we could apply in everyday living. So it's important that we work with people. As much as possible, we work with the team who are cooperative enough. No? We work with the team who value unity. No, because there are people that which in turn could not give us positivity in life. So there are two kinds of people: that people that would give you negativity and the people would give you positivity. So we always choose to cling on with people who would give us positive views in life. No, as much as possible, be with those people because eventually you would get the values from them. You would apply it to yourself as well eventually. So to make a teamwork happen, class, this powerful action must occur. So trust, competence, commitment, consistency, and cohesion. So when you talk about trust, class, it's more of like you don't need to tell someone to do their own thing, no, because you believe that they are responsible enough, no, they are trustworthy with all their actions. So when they tell you that they are going to accomplish this task before the end of the day, then they would submit it to you before the end of the day indeed, no. So that is trust, meaning this person is trustworthy enough, no. We could cling on our confidence to this kind of people because this would give in turn us the right output, no, at the end of the day. Next, competence is not just being trustworthy, but also we should be competent enough with the tools that we are using, with the applications that we are using, and with the transaction that we are doing. So we have to be competent enough. We have to know every details of the things that we are doing in the company, our work, the work itself. No, we should be knowledgeable about it. The very detail of the work that we are doing, we should be accomplishing it with competence. No, next, commitment. So some people do not like commitment, no? Some people are just uh doing on their own. Like they are being tagged as freelancer, no? Because they don't want to commit themselves, no? But in the company class, we have to make sure that we are committed. Now we are doing things in a right way, and at the same time spending time, no, committing our time to do the transaction that the company has given us. No, it means that we have to work. For example, your work is 8 to 5, then you have to be there in the company for 8 to 5. No, if that would be the agreement. So, following your time well would mean that you are committed to do your thing, no, inside the company by finishing your task from 8 to 5 p.m. No? And if there are cases that you need to undergo overtime, maybe it's not just it's rarely being done, no? It's not as always naman being done. So it's okay, no? Especially if the company would really would badly need your assistance, no? On those particular days, like if you have accreditation, if you have visit, if you have certain things to do in the operation that you are needed most, no? Next, consistency. So by the time that you would start in the company, we excel, no? We exude confidence, we exude excellence, but we have to make sure that we are being consistent, no? And every day of your life, I am always telling my students that you have to love your work so that you would not no longer work a day of your life, no? It means that you are just doing it because you're happy. You are doing your work because you're happy, because you love it in the first place, no? That is being consistent, no? Being consistent means you love your work. You commit yourself to do it because you love it, no? It's not just a first time, no? Big time, no? Kumbaga parang it's a one time big time consistency. No, it's not. Consistency is a lifetime achievement, no? It is a lifetime commitment to do your thing well because you love your work. You love what you're doing. Next cohesion class means you are being solid in your decisions, no? You are being decisive and you are being responsible enough to do your task, no? And in terms of application, in terms of relaying some information to other people, you should be decisive, you should be cohesive, because without cohesion class, people would see you as lame, no? People would see you as incompetent. Nowadays, we need people who are decisive, who are leaders on their own, right? Next, flexibility class. What is the advantage and disadvantage of workplace flexibility? So managers should love flexibility because it reduces absenteeism, overtime, sick leave, and tardiness, no? And it reduces stress significantly. So in addition, it improves performance, quality, productivity, and job satisfaction. So class, very important flexibility. We know this one because a company nowadays are looking for a multitask person, a multi-program person wherein they could do a lot of tasks inside the company. Yes, of course, we are promoting specialization, no? But there are times that the company would be needing you in some other department, your assistant. So we should exude flexibility. We should be able to adapt, no, to every environment that the company, that the managers would be putting us, no? Especially the president or the vice president, no, would be putting us. So it's more of like occupying a space with confidence, no? No, being flexible, no, being diligent to do the task well by uh, being adaptable to the place where the company would put you. You should grow, no, in every department or in every place or workplace that the company would give you. No, there should be an adaptability. You should be adaptable. You should be happy with what you're doing and also being consistent with what you're doing. Communication skills class, oral communication, we can see that employees still need written communication skills. So yet interpersonal oral communication skills are the ones most prized by employers in the new normal workplace atmosphere. So it's very important not only in the company but also to our personal life. When we know how to talk well, when we know how to use English well, especially this is a universal language, we can land a job, no? Whatever job we want, we can always have it if you have a good communication skills. No, I'm telling you a good communication skills, but not a bad communication skills, because there are communication skills that are considered bad, which we're in. They are no longer accepting feedback. No, they are no longer accepting recipient out of the messages that they are giving. So make sure that we are communicating well with other people. We have to make sure that we are receiving feedback, and we have to make sure that we are transmitting good communication to the receiver, no, who's the intended, no, recipient of the message that we want to encode. No, that's very important. So written communication class, oral communication is replaced by right now, no, with the technology that we have right now. We have voicemail, we have informal conversation, we have email or fax mail, and we have two writing tasks, no, which are writing reports and filling out forms. So it's important that we are not just good in oral communication, but also written communication, no, especially in correspondence, no, in business correspondence. It's important that we know how to delegate tasks also in a written format of communication. We know how to use email. We know how to construct our messages, the sentences, following the correct grammar, no, the use of different transitions, prepositions, etc. So those are important less. Whatever we say orally, we have to also be good in converting it in a written format of communication. So next, admin office and management class. It's the way or even dealing with the things in the office in an efficient way. So how is today's AOM now different from yesterday? So what is the most significant new trust in AOM? So we have information management class. We have electronic data processing. This is uh, the uh, the technology that we are dealing with right now in the company. We have email. We have messenger, we have application software that transmit communication inside the company, we have workstation, we have web, we have hub, we have computer monitor, we have laptop. All those are part of information management, wherein we promote electronic data processing, not the traditional way of processing communications. Now, next, knowledge management class. This is in the intellectual capital, wherein it's being formulated from the HR and strategic relationship, especially in the management committee meeting. So wherein we formulate the concept that we want to execute as a process inside the company. There should be a concept formulation first prior to this concept be converted into certain type of process known as knowledge management. So what is the objectives classes of AOM? So who is admin manager, by the way, no? And what is the nature of new career in the middle level manager? So admin manager are the one who are tasked to develop uh, uh, employees, no, in a rank and file status, no. So they are being given a certain type of motivation to do their will, to do their task, no, based on the mission, vision, objectives of the company. And they have to make sure that this admin manager have to make sure that he is evaluating and checking these people every now and then, but not overdoing it, no. So it's more of like based on the output of the rank and file employees. He or she is evaluating that, and at the end of the 6 months, it is a time for this admin manager to evaluate if this person is qualified or viable for regularization. No, so what is the nature of the new career? Plus, so the nature of career of middle manager, he or she should be very responsible. He should be consistent. He should have this cohesive type of decision making. He should have a very good communication skills, both orally and in the written format of communication. So it's very important that this middle manager also has the high level of emotional intelligence, wherein he do counseling, advice to rank and file employees in a good way, and also he would be able to solve conflict inside the organization if there would be like if there would be a conflict with one party to another, if there are disputes, this person or this admin manager should be able to intervene in an appropriate manner, no, between all those people. Next, what are the responsibilities of AM Plus? Number one, planning function. He should be good in planning and development. So planning should be executed well. And there should be a normally, if you're going to implement a certain type of process, there should be an planning for that 6 months the implementation, no, of that particular process. So this AAM should be responsible enough in terms of planning, grouping people who are intended recipient of this particular process transactions, no, and eventually being executed, no, in a certain department. He should also good in organizing function wherein it produce effective methods and techniques. So whatever methods and techniques based on the knowledge management that the MANCOM meeting has conceptualized, it should be executed well. No, it should be documented well, and then scrutinize all those steps that are needed to be accomplished, and who are the recipient people, who are the targeted recipient people, no, who are going to adopt this particular process, no. Next is staffing function. The growth and experiences of these people is merely being motivated by a human resource management process, no. AOM should be good with people handling. He should be good in terms of managing people, no, the skills, the talents, and also hearing their sides regarding their work, their experiences, their compensation, etc. No. So next, directing function plus they must comply with the policies and procedures that are being set by the local government unit, no, that are governing their particular companies. It's also it should be good in terms of their company should be compliant with whatever accreditation that they're into, no, or whatever certifying body that they are connected with. He should be making sure, no, that all the process transactions are being documented and are compliant in that particular certifying body, no. Next, controlling function plus quality and quantity of work must be checked by this AOM, no. Particularly to the rank and file employees, no, he should be checking that, evaluating that, if they are giving the right output at the end of the day or even at the end of the month, no, their quota must be achieved, no. So office management function class, they are responsible from overall work performance of a company. Next, the management office environment, they should be good in managing the office environment. Number three, they should be good also in gathering, adapting, and storing and distributing information. And also, they should be good in using information system, the application software that they are using for the transaction, for fast transaction. Now, next, they should provide specialized support to the other department. They should provide document and telecommunication, no? And they should be providing good leadership, advice, counseling, and solving of conflict and disputes, no, inside the organization. Should also be good in managing quality control as being compliant to ISO. They should be rendering a service to other functions, especially if you're MIS, you should be really rendering your service to other department because all the departments are needing right now computer applications, no, the internet and the networking. Next, providing training as well. No, there should be a good ground for providing a training and development for employees, uh, for them to to be updated now with all the process transactions that they're dealing with. Next, admin assistant class, he should be responsible for compiling or even composing some parts of a formal report. Is more like a secretarial job. So the smaller the company, the more likely that an administrative assistant may be asked not to do such tasks. He or she is likely to serve as a greeter or introduce speakers at formal functions. No, so it's more of like a secretarial task, secretarial job. No, a assist secretary, no, admin assistant. All right, I have references here. We're done. This is a book, A Principle of Management and Organization by Doc Pedrito R. Pereda and by Doc Purisima P. Pereda. No, the title of the book is Principle of Management and Organization, MINDSHAPERS Company Incorporated. I have a synchronous activity as well to each one of you. Number one, why is teamwork important in the workplace? Number two, why is trust important? Number three, what is the advantage and disadvantages of workplace flexibility? Number four, why do you think the manager always look for someone who has communication skills? And how is today's AOM different from yesterday? Number six, what is the nature of new career in the middle level manager? And number seven, why is the manager's duties and responsibilities differ from one office to another? So I also have I want you to create a reaction paper, a 1 page, a 2 pages, no, reaction paper with 300 words, no, from start to finish of this lesson, together with this asynchronous activity. So thank you so much for your time. God bless everyone.